Hey, what's up? What's going on, Piston fans? I'm getting a new video finally done because I haven't done this for a while. I want to talk about the Detroit Pistons. Actually, unfortunately, we lost yesterday to the Philadelphia 76ers, and I think we could have definitely done a lot better. Although I don't think we could have stopped Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. They were doing really, really good yesterday. So let's talk about the game and then talk about the season so far is going up for us. I think I'm very definitely talk about the positives and the negatives. Um, Definitely the negatives. Let's start with so that we can get away with it. First of all, I do see our defense is still not as good as in 2000, 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago when we reached the playoffs. I kind of miss KCP. It's really weird, but I kind of watched the KCP. KCP played the first game for Los Angeles Lakers 2 days ago. He did an amazing job, and I kind of wish that we have KCP over Avery Bradley. I don't think he is worse than Avery Bradley. I think he is just underrated compared to Avery Bradley, and I think he's better than Avery Bradley. Um, I just wish we can sign him again next year or next season, or maybe even trade him for Avery. Um, let's talk about the defense. So, definitely the main problem we have in defense is John Lure. I think this guy is not defending very well, and he is not. He is just a bad overall substitute. I don't know why we signed this guy for a long-term deal, and I think we should just try to trade him for a next best possible opportunity we have. As far as the other people we can trade, is definitely Boban. Sorry, people, but I don't think Boban is gonna do us any favor. He can't move. He's too slow. Um, I don't like his defense. Tobias Harris. I'm gonna say it loud and clear. This guy does not defend. He cannot check people, and I don't know what are we gonna do for him. In terms of our defense, I think Reggie is actually this year is doing a lot better than last year, but it looks like it's not enough for us to defend against people. Andre he used to be a better rebounder. He's just not doing rebounds as he used to last year. He used to average 16, 14 to 16 rebounds. This year he's not even doing that. He's like 12 to 14. He cut down his rebounds by some range. He cut down some of his mass. I can notice that. I don't know if that affected his rebounding skills. I don't know. Stanley is a good defender, but the problem is he cannot just shoot the ball. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but he just cannot shoot the ball. So he needs to just go and do the layup. We are a team. Actually, against the 76ers yesterday, we did our best first part of and I haven't seen this for a while, but this is the best we could have done, and we have already did it yesterday so far, which is going to the free throw line. I wish that our players get at least a sense of how important is going to the free throw lines, because if you can't just score, you have to be aggressive and go to the free throw line. I wish that Stanley Johnson know how to do that. That will definitely make him a better player if he can just go to the free throw line, try to get layup and get fouled, and that will basically give him the free throws. Harris is not a guy who can go to the free throw line a lot. I don't see him much as aggressive as Stanley, because he tend to shoot the ball more than Stanley. Stanley tend to go to the free throw line, but if he can work on that. But I don't see him doing that either, and he's not getting the scores he's supposed to get. So I think the biggest thing we need to work on this season is having Stanley get into the scoring sheet. He is not so far. I think he's the biggest failure we have so far this season, Stanley Johnson, in terms of his offense. If he can score, that will make our Pistons a lot better team. Also, go back to the defense. I'll talk about the other people who can defend. Reggie is actually picking up compared to last season. He's definitely a better player, close to his 2 years ago. I think he is doing better. I like his offense because he gives us an options of the lobbing the ball to Andre, and at least he can just I don't know what's the kind of move, but he kind of goes into the lane and then he shoot it. It's a layup or something like that. So I like that. The floaters move. Yes, it's called the floater. So he's done really good with the floaters. I like he can continue to do that. But I don't know. There's a lot of things going on against us in terms of the negative parts, in terms of the ball movement. And I think also in terms of the 3-point selections and the shot selection, I think we should do better in terms of that part. I kind of don't feel like Reggie, Avery, and Drummond are a good match so far. They looks like they need to work more on their connection in the game, so in order to have a better, at least, understanding of each other. I feel like that's the problem. I guess that's the negatives I want to talk about. We still not really good also on 3-point shots. Still low percentages. Also low percentage on field goals. I think we could improve definitely in free throws. Get more free throws by having Stanley going to the layup, do the layups more oftenly, and that will give him more chance. But these are the main negatives I want to emphasize on. As far as the positives, and I think we should work on, is having a few minutes from other players so that we can have better, at least, matchup for other teams. And one of the players I think we should play him more is Henry Allenson. Henry Allenson had a good first game of the season, but he didn't play the next 3 games. Now, I don't know why. I think Henry Allenson can do some better situations than, in some situations, can do better than Stanley and Tobias in terms of the shot selections. And I like this guy because he can score. Gives us an option. Although I know he cannot defend, but if we're in situations we're not scoring in 3 in a row, we should just get him in so that we can get a chance to score. So I like this Henry Allenson. It looks like he's a good start for us. I think we should just give him more minutes and over maybe in minutes instead of Tobias or Stanley, at least one of them. Also, I want to talk about Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard has been doing good so far as a rookie, but he has not really shined up so far. I don't know what kind of minutes we need to give him, but maybe give him more time without Henry. So I think he and Henry both together on the same court, they're not gonna do well because they don't really these 2 players do not really defend very well. But having one of them on the floor is better than having both of them on the floor. Luke can score, but I think he should just play a point guard or a shooting guard. I know not other people would see him as a point guard, but I think he can do the point guard. But I don't know, to be honest, how we're gonna play him. I think we should do better in terms of the center. Andre needs to defend better. And, I mean, I don't see really a lot of minutes from Galloway. And Smith has been playing, and he's doing this good as a bench player. But Galloway, I think he can give us a better shooting guard than Asian sometimes. So I think we should go to Galloway. And one of the other options we have not used yet in the season, which I think can improve our 3-point shots, is Reggie Bullock. We haven't played this guy. I don't know why, but he should get the minutes. Especially when our team is not scoring, man. If our team is not scoring, I think Bullock can defend better than Luke Kennard and even than John Lure, maybe. I don't know, to be honest. John Lure is just a trash player. I don't know John Lure is a different player. But Bullock can defend better than Kennard, and I think he can also defend better than Galloway. And I think he just can become a better option for us if we need him. So I guess the reason we lost yesterday against the Sixers is they have basically Ben Simmons. And as you can see that all the past 2 years, Andre has been doing better than Embiid. But this year Embiid is better than Andre because he's a bigger guy, I can imagine. More muscular. He can shoot the 3 points. He can do a lot of stuff. I just liked Embiid more than Andre yesterday. I wish we have some style caliber like Ben Simmons who can give us the chance, but hey man, it's just the point that we need to just work him up. I think none of our current players can check Ben Simmons at this situation, except one player we're already missing this season, KCP. I think KCP is the only guy who could have give us an option against Ben Simmons. I don't think he's gonna be really successful as I don't think any other players would be more successful than KCP in defending against Ben Simmons. But this guy has just been a beast, man. I don't know if we can defend against player calibers like him or LeBron. There's no way we can defend against them. The best chance is basically to try to have a better protection. I think if we would have went smaller yesterday, we would have had a better chance. I think Lure didn't really give us much, not offensively, not defensively. He could not shoot. I don't know why we're playing Lure. So maybe we play Tolliver or play, I don't know, hell man, I don't know. We play Allenson at the 2 instead of Lure. I don't like at the 4 instead of Lure. I just don't like John Lure, and I think we should just trade him. Boban, I don't know if he had have given us some difference in the game yesterday, and maybe I think we could have played him over John Lure to just protect against the rim from Joel Embiid, because he's just a bigger guy. He can just give Embiid a different time than Andre, a difficult time. But I know he's slow, he cannot defend, but at least he can have a better power forward for us or a center for us than Andre Drummond sometimes in those situations. Because Andre noticed yesterday he hasn't been able to pick up rebounds because tall players like Embiid and Simmons are always just jumping over the ball whenever we miss. So I felt like, I guess Andre is the best option, but having another player next to Andre, maybe Boban and Andre could have done a difference in terms of rebounding, both at the same time. So I guess it's just a matter of Stan Van Gundy picking up a different matchup against those guys. I think we could have tried a different scenario against those Embiid and Simmons at the same time. But unfortunately, we didn't have enough. It's just a one game. And I feel bad because we lost against them, but hey, we still have chances in the next season, and this season we can do better. I like Reggie this season. I'm definitely a big fan of Reggie Jackson. He's my number one player in the Pistons, so I think he's doing a lot better this season. I think we can just go ahead and depend on him, count on him. I wish we have KCP, man, but it's okay. It's all good. We're gonna be doing fine. We just need Stanley to shine. That's the biggest problem we have. If Stanley can shoot the ball, we'll be just in good shape. Otherwise, I don't know what's gonna happen to Stanley, man. He might be traded also, because I don't know what's gonna happen to him, but he just needs to improve. He needs to shoot the ball. Anyways, that's all about me. Just wanted to touch base with you guys and see how I feel. I hope that about the Pistons. I think the Pistons can finish 8 or 7 this season. And reach the playoff. We're gonna struggle against some teams, weaker teams and good teams, but I think we can have some good matchup against the bigger teams. I don't know, it all depends. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good day.